Alright. I'm wrapping up some tracks for my new EP Ripper. These two tracks are pretty similar, which is why I'm mastering them together, and I really fucking love them. This one's called The Spot. It'll be the first track, and it's probably my new personal favorite. So let's get at it. Before I start, this is Reason 11, and I've taken the bypass off the master selection, so it's going to be a little louder and we can start the mastering process, but sometimes I like to leave it on just to listen to it at a little lower volume so I can hear all the instruments, and I'm going to do that right now. That was great levels right here. It never peaked past 0. And now I'm going to turn off the bypass for the master section. I'm a little sniffly. I have a cold. And usually the man cold would destroy me, but after having COVID, it doesn't seem so bad anymore. And I can still make music, which I couldn't do on COVID, so bless it. I also turned off halfway this master compressor, which makes a huge difference in volume, and I'm going to turn that back on while I do this mastering. And I like to take it one section at a time. My concern with the chorus to MK2 is that it's it's too, not bit crushed, but it's too distorted. It's coming through a little too loud, and some of the reason is because the velocity could be a tad too high, but the other reason is I use this light and wide mastering combinator, and that might not be the right one, so I'm going to play around with some other ones. Oh, it's so much better. A little too much static coming in from this. Also, I think it's hitting a little too much of the low frequencies, even though there's no other lows going on yet. That sub bass comes in really hard and occupies all the lower frequencies, so I'm going to turn that down a little bit. It's a little too quiet now, so I'm going to have to figure that out. I want it right here. Trying to find that sweet spot with velocity, so it's not like this. It's more like this. It's right around there. This is kind of, it's the only instrument other than the other Rhodes that plays the whole time, and I want it to occupy that space, and I don't want it to feel empty at times like it currently does. And that's why this is one of the only instruments, well, I have a lot of them, that I've increased the width almost all the way, so it really wraps around your head. It's so... There's this really cool effect in Reason called the synth spreader, if I can find it. And it really uses all the space around your head. I'm going to show you the difference with and without. Oops. that's without. It's already pretty wide. This is with. Just a little more, And that way I can take away more of this chorus and this reverb, because that's why it's sounding so muddy. Because the spreader's doing that a lot cleaner. I'm taking too much of the lows out too. Oh, it's so much better. Just a little makes such a big difference. I think that's in a pretty good spot. I've already worked on this one a lot. The spot. Now I'm going to show you the second song, Too Late. I made this one this morning, and I liked it so much, and it came together so quickly that I had already sent out the EP for release, so I pulled that off. And now I'm going to have to re-upload everything, but I really wanted to include this song. And now I'm going to play it. A lot of the same instruments in here. This one I think is just missing another instrument. Don't know where to put it. There's kind of some dead space in these this first section here. And then again, in this part, I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky for me not to do too much to a song because that's how I used to make music. But sometimes there's the simplicity of a song is what makes it so catchy. And I found this Middle Earth horn I've been putting in every track, and I never intend to use it. It's just really fun to blow the ancient horn of Helm's Deep. Just inspires battle, you know? This part here gets a little too repetitive, and I've tried to find an alternative melody that I liked a little more. Maybe that's it. Just a little change. You just want to do these really catchy melodies, so I mean this to here is only 30 seconds. And my dad dogged on me. He's like, "Why are your songs so short?" And I'm like, "You're probably gonna play it again if you liked it." And I want people to remember this part right here and then forget about it here. Then we get here again, you're like, "Oh, it's happening again." And you're like, "I remember this dope ass part coming up." Get excited. Fuck. And now I'm going to check how these levels match up by playing kind of the end of the spot and then starting it up with Too Late. This is my favorite song I've ever made. cool. Levels are on point. I like this tambla conga thing I got going on that hits the real deep notes. Prepares you for the sub bass, which is just a smacker. I like that violin part. That's staying. Here's one thing I would have been pissed off if I missed. This note right here is at an awkward spot in the four position, and it shouldn't be hitting. Up sick and I made the sickest fucking song. This is kind of this kind of fucked me up. So I made this song today. The spot I made and finished in like the last 2 days. And I had 5 tracks on this EP and I trashed 4 of them. Because these songs were so good, I like hated the old ones that I didn't even like very much. And I'll show you one of the songs. There's two other songs that made the cut. I might as well play them for you. This one's just kind of like a real trappy song. And I originally had it going out as a single. But I just needed to be releasing more songs instead of more singles. I can't find this anywhere, but you can just hear it. That song's only a minute and a half, and I really liked it. I still really like it. And there's only 7 instruments, which goes to show less is more sometimes. That was a powerful fucking song with 7 instruments, and I'm not even sure I'm using one of them. I'm not using 2 of them. There's only 5 instruments. And then the last song is kind of just one of the only other ones that didn't get the axe. And this one I was hesitant because I used some drum loops instead of real drums. And usually I'll do that as like a placeholder. So if I have a bitchin' melody, I'll start out with a melody. And if I like the melody a lot, I'll just throw in a drum loop to see where I should go with the percussion. And this one just worked so well, I left it. Where's this song? That one's pretty fucking loud already, and people don't really have a huge attention span, so 4 songs is plenty for this EP. And this will be the last one, so if they get to it, they get to it. They get a nice little surprise. But I like to have, if I'm doing an EP, I don't want to make 4 of the same song. They all have similar elements, but these are very different songs, minus like the first 2 I showed you. But generally, I think in this day and age of music, you want to put out the best ones first, and then you've got them. If they make it past 2 songs, they're probably gonna listen to the rest. There's only 2 more, especially with an album. And that concludes my stream. One more for the spot. I'll be playing Skyrim all day, so maybe I'll stream that in a bit. This is my last week from working from home. So, it's fucking tragic. So I won't be back on around this time, but this is really just for the recording, for the YouTube. But I usually like to stream Tuesday and Thursday nights. I'm going to start doing that again. Starting with this one. Thanks for watching.